Hi everyone, it's Holly from Twinkl, and today we're going to be looking at Twinkl's Burns Night activities. But first, what is Burns Night and who is Robert Burns? Robert Burns was a Scottish poet who lived over 200 years ago. His most famous poem, Auld Lang Syne, is sung all over the world on Hogmanay, or you might know it best as New Year's Eve. He was born in 1759 and his father taught him to read and write. Many of Burns' famous poems and ballads are about falling in love, such as A Red, Red Rose, which you'll find many resources linked to. For example, this pack contains information about the poet, a copy of the poem for display, and differentiated worksheets. Can your child read the poem and explain what the underlined Scottish words or phrases mean? After reading and learning about Robert Burns and his many great poems, you could see if your child or class can write their own Scottish poem on one of these Burns Night shaped templates and have some fun with this poetry quiz. Can you remember and complete the titles of his poems and songs? Today, every year on what would have been Robert Burns' birthday, the 25th of January, people in Scotland and throughout the world gather to celebrate Burns Night. Burns, known as the National Poet of Scotland, was once voted the greatest Scot ever in a television vote, and his lasting influence is symbolised by the Burns Night traditions that remain popular over 200 years after his death. People all around the world celebrate Burns Night by having a Burns supper. They eat traditional Scottish food and recite his poems. A traditional Burns supper will include a serving of haggis, a Scottish favourite that is a savoury pudding made with the sheep's stomach, stuffed with minced sheep's liver, heart, lungs, oatmeal, onion and suet. You could try some Scottish traditions this year by eating haggis and tatties and having a party to celebrate his life. Use this PowerPoint to help, or use this fact sheet for adults to help teach your child about the greatest Scot. You could have some fun with one of the many tartan crafts we have available on the Twinkl website. Tartan is a pattern consisting of crisscrossed bands of colours and is particularly associated with Scotland, as Scottish kilts almost always have tartan patterns. Try this Burns Night kilt card craft to send a card to someone this year when you celebrate Burns Night. Choose your tartan kilt shape and colour it. Or use one already printed and cut it out. Fold along the line to create the kilt shape and glue it to the front of your card. Cut out the belt and sporran and colour these too. Then glue them to the front of your kilt. And now your card is ready. These brilliant Robert Burns resources are guaranteed to excite and inspire your child or class this Burns Night. Use our educational resources to teach your children about Robert Burns' life and work, and decorate your class or home with our vibrant display resources. You can download various tartan display resources as a simple way to add some colour to your Burns Night lessons or celebrations, emanating an aura of Burns' home country, like this Scottish flag bunting. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Happy Burns Night!